Okay, we are now live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Good morning. I am Marcos, and I'll be here hosting one more Talk and Talk immersion. As you know, Talk and Talk is not an English school. Talk and Talk is a platform where we can practice not only English, but other uh, foreign language speaking. Here we can practice English, Spanish, Italian, French, German, and Mandarin too. Our method is focused on the speech part. We are not here to teach anyone grammar or rules of these languages, but we are here to give all of our students the ability and the confidence to speak fluently in a second or a third language. In fact, I'm not a teacher. I am a student, as well are Diana and Ricardo, who are here with me today. And today we are going to talk about work life, real life. We are talking about some behaviors and habits in our workday life. Okay. Before we start, let me introduce myself. I am 48 years old and I live in São Paulo. In fact, I was born and raised in São Paulo. I'm married and I'm a father of two teenage daughters. They are 13 years old. I'm here in Talk and Talk since August 2024, and since December, I've been leading immersions, English immersions here on the platform. My goal with Talk and Talk was to get the confidence on speaking English because I was looking for a job opportunity in IT project management to work for companies abroad, and Talk and Talk had helped me to get this goal. And since May of this year, I started working to a company based on Texas, Austin, Texas, on the United States. In my free time, I love to spend quality time with my family, hiking, riding bikes, traveling, and when I have time, I love to cook at the weekends. And you, Diana, please introduce yourself.
Hi everybody. I am Diana. I was born in Brazil, in Bahia, I state of the northeast of Brazil. Now I am 24. I'm a pedagogue. In Brazil, I do a master's degree in education. My research area is about patient education and the usement of assistive technology inside that place to help children, teenagers, and young people who are inside the hospital in a long term treatment and who want to keep on the process of education. Nowadays, I'm doing an exchange program here in the United States of America, a master's sandwich, and I'll be here for a few months. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Ricardo, looks like you are now with her.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
No problem.
I receive a phone call. Sometimes occurs. You would like to answer which question, my friend?
The most difficult one. Introduce yourself.
Yeah. Uh, well, um, my name is Ricardo. I live at São Vicente, né? I watched or read some news regarding my city and a guy, a deputate, I don't know, create a law, and the once a year, São Vicente is considered the honor capital of Brazil. So I don't know which day. I forgot which day. I believe that I don't remember if you 15 June 15 or July. So that's nice because São Vicente is the first selection and in three Americas uh, was occurred in São Vicente. Uh, well, I work in an IT company. I'm married, have a daughter, and one more immersion. Try to learn this so hard language to learn. That's it.
Okay, thank you. One question. Are the questions available for you in the chat, Ricardo?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. I was thinking that you were with trouble connecting your audio.
Yeah.
I thought about remove you from the immersion, but Zoom alerted me that if I did that, you couldn't come back. So I left you, and God, for luck, you are here with us. Great. So let's start. Our first question will for you, Gianna. What does your typical work day look like? Can be your
Yes, for sure. As I told you, nowadays I'm doing. Oh, sorry. Nowadays I'm doing an exchange program. So, um, my work is basically do research in my computer and read books and read articles and talk with professors and things like that. But last year, I was doing my master's in Brazil, taking classes and studying as well. And I was working at a school because I'm a teacher, as I told you before. So in my work day, when I was a teacher in a school, I usually just came at the school and prepared the class to receive the students. And I did the activity with my students, and then we had the break time. And after that, we keep doing some activities, and after that, it's time to the students go home, and after that, lunchtime. And after that, I had another class to give for my students. And at 5 p.m., I went to my home, and that's it.
great. Thank you. And when you how old used to be your students?
I prefer to work with children between 4 and 6 years, kindergarten. But I can actually work with children between 1 year and 11 years old.
Yeah.
One
Some
out.
teachers used to say that the limit is 7 or 18 years. After that, a lot of them is a little rebel. I don't know.
Yes, for sure.
Do you used to come back to your home with a headache or something like that?
Uh,
Almost every day.
I can imagine. I can imagine. Okay, thank you. And you, Ricardo?
uh, well, I work uh, during all my career so intense, do a lot of activities, né? Uh, I don't know, and the and sometimes, for example, I remember I work I work at 20, 31 hours interruptedly. Have to my shift finish, but I receive a lot of phone calls. So in this case, nowadays is much more tranquil. The most part of the time I work in a business hours, Monday to Friday, because I don't know, during 20 years I work. Uh, well, I don't know how do you say plantão. I forgot. I believe that's shift, but I work business hours, and after that start my plantão, né? And I work on this kind of job during 50 years ininterruptedly. I work at Christmas, New, New Year Eve, and a lot of holidays, and nowadays lately I start different jobs, né? Particularly because after when I finished my graduation. So I consider a lot of people complain to me because of the routine and the other stuffs, but sometimes, well, as I worked on this kind of situation for so long time, so I consider uh, I consider wonderful my current situation. I don't know, suddenly this kind of thing could change, but until now, I consider uh, a wonderful routine, particularly
And
because around 5 years ago, I have to uh, went to my office, and I used to took 5 hours and a half every day, the path between my house and my office. So every day I wake up 40:30, 5 o'clock, and come back to my house around 8 o'clock p.m. So I do this kind of thing during 10 years, around 10 years. And nowadays I work remotely in my house. So thank God. Continue this way. I, I can't complain.
Ricardo,
and
are you a doctor or are you a nurse?
No, not in neither than I work on nowadays the people used to say IT, né? But it's not exactly. Né? A long time ago, network is all of them. Any kind of things is networking. But nowadays, everything work as IT. Actually, I work an interface between the end customer and the vendors. Né? For example, my company provide services, consulting, sell equipments, and I work providing uh, how to say, I forgot the word in Portuguese, so its case is hard to, but I provide the support. Wow, support is so common word, you know. I provide support. Sometimes I configure some equipment, but a lot of times I can't fix because it is a bug or a hardware issue. So in this case, I start a ticket on the vendor and send the information for the customer. That's it.
almost
Yeah,
a
I work in
firefighter.
different places too. I work sometimes I work in a project manager, sometimes a pre-sales, post-sales. Because when I started in this company, I worked just for support, but after that, I work in different places, different uh, positions.
Okay. So talking about my typical work day, it starts as a project manager. I need to get informed about how the projects are evolving, if there are any blockers where I can help the team. So I start my work days, having stand-up meetings with the project teams to get to know about where we are, if we have any blockers. So those meetings used to be 15 minutes meetings. And after that, I work on helping them to remove blockers, work on with the team on actions to get the project back to the track, back to the plan. So sometimes I have also follow-up meetings where I have to inform the project stakeholders where we are, if we have blockers, if we are able to deliver the project at the agreed dates. So that is my usual work day. Some meetings, getting informed, leading the team, getting them some direction, help them to resolve and overcome some blockers, giving stakeholders updated about projects, and taking a look on our upcoming project phases, if there are any issue where we can work to get more clarity, to take out some risks. So this used to be my work day. Gianna, please choose, read and answer our next question. Feel free to choose anyone that it feels better for you.
And I think this one is very interesting. Question number 5. How do you usually organize your work week? Well, I like to make a month overview so I can write everything that I need to do on that month, and I can see the dates. And I like to do a weekly planning as well, so I can see all the things that I need to do on that specifically week. Um, so I basically do this, and for each day of my week, I like to do a list of things that I need to do on that day, so I can organize myself, I can organize my time, and I can do many things that I have on my list. So basically, I do lists.
Any Ricardo?
Uh, First of all, Diana, your English is rock. Uh,
Thank you. I'm trying to be best.
yeah, I don't know. Someday I reach the same level. Well, when I start my working, well, I consider my company a wonderful work to place. And well, sometimes is a little weird for me. Né? The human being is a little a strange animal sometimes, né? Because a lot of time I didn't receive fair, uh, I don't know, reconhecimentos, rewards, or something regarding salary, work, job conditions, and the other stuff. So, and sometimes on this company, I receive so much uh, benefits regarding uh, simple things. For example, a good computer, a good personal computer to work. Because a long time ago, I don't know. Sometimes when I have to send a email, cause problems in computer processing or something. And yeah, I consider, for example, my company uh, give 'em, for example, a short period to drink coffee or something. So typically I start checking my emails, sending in the check some problem and this kind of thing. I took 15 minutes. After that, I drink a little portion of coffee and some bread. And after that, I come back to my job and I try to uh, study a lot of uh, part of my job I can study, and it's hard for me because it's a nice thing, but sometimes it's a little exhausting because the things change every day, uh, and there are new gadgets, new softwares, new hardwares, so it's hard sometimes, but that's nice because my company provided me all of it I need. That's it.
It's- Human beings are animals of habits.
Yeah, yeah.
I think like you, I try to have uh, clearly defined and strict habits.
Hmm.
So I loved when Diana said that she plans for the entire month, and that is great because uh, probably you have a calendar, a Google Calendar or something like that, where you put your meetings, your duties, your milestones there, and that is exactly what I do too. So the Google Calendar is used to be my closest friend day by
Yeah,
day because
I do the same
I
thing using the Outlook.
yeah,
I prefer. It's similar.
I don't trust more in my brain to remember things. So
Yeah.
what I what I try to do or what I do is every Friday I take a look on the next week to see what is coming. And if I have an important meeting on Wednesday, for example, that needs some pre-work in advance, so I will save time on Monday and Tuesday and organize my agenda so I will be ready to run that important meeting on Wednesday. And I refine this at the end of every single day. I try to, one habit that I have developed over time is to have every day in my agenda some time reserved for unplanned work. I used to book 1, 2, maybe 3 hours on my day to unplanned work because
Yeah.
unplanned happens a lot. So I use these buffers, that is how I named them to accommodate this unplanned work. So at the end of the day, I look to the next day. Oh, there is an unplanned work that arises today or during the week that I need to accommodate. So I reorganize that and move on. But uh, I think that is important to have this medium term or long term planning ahead so we can, for me it's better. I can't, I don't like to deal with the anxiety about no nothing, no having clarity about what will happen in my next day. uh, I know that I will wake up, I know that I will ride my daughters to school, then I go to the gym, but I need to know also what will happen when I start my work day. I don't like this feeling of anxiety. Oh, I'll be there, but I don't know what's happening. I don't know if I have an important meeting with the CEO or if I have to deliver some feedback for an employee or a follow-up of an important project to a stakeholder. So this kind of pre-planning, this kind of organization helps me to keep my anxiety at manageable levels. Great. Ricardo, please choose the next one, read and answer.
Okay. Well, number 7 could be, what part of your workday you enjoy the most and why? At the end and before the start. I like working with technology. I confess that lately these things became hard. Né? I don't know. A long time ago, I some people used to say, né, ignorance is a bless. Né? I don't know if it is the same in English. Né? Because, for example, I don't mind the regards. I didn't mind regarding the filter and the other stuffs. Né? Uh, so, well, the perspective is, I don't know, is a mystery. Né? For example, a lot of people used to say that programmers don't have jobs in the future and other stuffs. But I read an article uh, last Monday, I don't know, where Bill Gates telling regarding the three professions continue uh, useful in the future is regarding biology. I don't know. I remember geology and another one I don't remember, but one of them is programmer. Yeah? So, well, if Bill Gates telling that programmers will be useful in the future, I consider really important, né? And relevant, né? Because, yeah, I don't know. Bill Gates certainly is one of the most influences in intelligent person in our world. But sometimes, for example, it's a little exhausting, particularly because I don't know. Some people used to say that it's necessary to be an specialist. That's nice, but for the hand, the things could change. For example, oh, I'm a specialist in something that on the future don't exist anymore, won't exist anymore. So, and during my career, I have to do a lot of different things. So in this case, I consider have a, a big knowledge in different fields, but not so. It's a, it's a little shallow. I some things, for example, video in network. I have more knowledge, more uh, profundos. I don't know, but in the most part of the fields, I work in. I don't know any kind of things in the technology field, particularly in telecommunication field. But for the hand, the most part of them is superficial. So in this case, sometimes I have to study so many things, and as you told, sometimes I prefer to anything. I don't know, but yeah, I have to stand up and continue fighting. That's the law. That's it, guys.
And you, Gianna.
Um, last year, what I liked most in my work day was the time I was going home. For sure. Especially when the day was hard, because deal with little people sometimes it's really hard, and deal with the parents is the worst thing in the entire world. But I think that I enjoy a lot is in the beginning of the afternoon classes, because I have great memories of the afternoon classes of the last year. So it was really, really, really good. And why? Why? Because my students were excited to see me, excited to see what the class is going to be about, and see their faces and see how happy they were. Wow, it was so nice. And basically this.
It's as a father of two teenagers who tries to be present in their life, in their school life, I can imagine. And I understand totally when you say that dealing with parents is hard.
Yeah.
For
The
some of,
pandemic, the pandemic
please,
period showed for a lot of people, not
yeah,
me,
yeah,
because I consider it every kind of job is important, but I consider teacher the most important. I'm sorry,
no
Marcos.
problem, no problem, no problem. I remember in a school meeting, by Mr. meeting with the teachers, some parents arguing with teacher that they were wrong and the kids were right always. And just a little or just a few ask the teacher, oh, how could I help my son, my daughter to be better? And that is hard. That is hard. I can understand. Guys, talking about my work day, the part what I'm not just only my in my work day, but in my job, what I most like is when I have the opportunity to give feedback for an employee, for someone who are close to me, and help this people, this professional to grow in their career. I chose a few years ago to the leadership career, and being a leader, helping people in this path is something that I really like. All the other things are I do because they are part of the package. But
Yeah.
if I could choose, I just would be a kind of a mentor, of a coach to help them on developing and growing their careers. You are saying something, Ricardo?
No, no.
Okay, no problem. Gianna, please choose the next one.
Mm, Question number 8. Is there anything in your routine you wish you could change? Well, in my case, yes, I have. I have a lot of things that I wish I could change. But the first thing that I wish I could change in my routine, it's about don't do a lot of things at the same time, because as a teacher, as specifically as a teacher on the kindergarten, where we have a lot of small people asking a lot of questions at the same time and having needs at the same time, we need to do always a lot of things at the same time, and this is so hard, and this is so bad, because now we are here in the circle time with the childrens, and we are talking about a lot of things, and suddenly we just need to skip and do other kinds of activities, and we need to hurry up to do another kinds of activities, and we're just in a hurry all the time, all the time, all the time. And sometimes I just feel like I can't really be in the present with my students, enjoying the moment, observing them, enjoying the routine, because we are all in a hurry to do everything that we need to do in our schedule. So this is the thing that I wanted to change more. I wish I could change more, to have more quality of time with my students, to have less obligations to achieve, to have like a goal. I have I I I have more things that I wish I could change, but this is the biggest.
Great, great. And you, Ricardo?
I'm sorry, which question?
Eight.
Eight, I'm sorry.
Question number eight.
Well, uh, I don't know. I believe that my routine for me is always hard to tell something regarding the situation because there is a immediately comparison with my uh, experience, the 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 other companies, other ex-boss. I remember, for example, I was working and at a Saturday or a holiday, and I had to do uh, a configuration where uh, you have to interrupt the video services and the internet service. So I have to I had to interrupt for some minutes, but on that time you affected 250,000 subscribers. So and the I made a lot of calls with my boss, and he not answered me, and well, I do this movement, and well, I reached success. The problem was solved, but after that, he complained to me, and I have to. Oh, the right decision should be talk with the manager. So, and the after that, the same manager uh, have problems with law because of I don't know how to say in English. I don't know. Assédio moral e sexual. So, and
Harassment, if I'm not wrong.
could be
Harassment.
harassment actually.
Harassment.
Exactly. And yeah, and I don't know, sometimes it's so uh hard to understand, and okay, my friend. So and I work so hard and they have a lot of knowledge regarding the equipments. I do everything uh, in this company. I fix the conditioner air, uh, and the other stuff. So work so hardly. I used to have every every single month 50 extra hours is common, and the guys complain. So and in this case, one work currently working this job. I don't know. I don't change anything, I believe.
Eight. For me, it's not exactly something that I need to change in my routine, but something that I need to increase. I was talking to Diana Ricardo at the beginning that I'm having hard times to understand different accents from guys from the United States, especially from Texas. That is where the company is based. So I work with tons of Texas guys, and they have something particular that they don't use to open their mouth completely to speak. They use they connect the words. It's kind like they create new words and they don't open their mouth. So in the past weeks there were two specific situations where one important stakeholder told me, "Turn right," and I understood. Turn left. And of course, I turned left. And when I turned left, he gave me that kind of yellow smile. And I could see he thinking, okay, this guy understand nothing about what I said.
Yeah.
So I talked to Felipe from Talk and Talk, asking him for some advice, and he told me, you need to be familiar with this kind of accent. So he suggested me to find time in my day to listen to podcasts from with these accents and try to follow what they are telling, what they are saying, and try not to follow subtitles, but with closed eyes, try to get what they are saying 30 seconds, 1 minute speech. And I need to find a time in my day to start doing this to help me because I don't know how much left turns I could take until someone stops me and says, "Guys, you need to communicate better. You need
Yeah.
to pay more attention."
And I passed a situation similar to this when I arrived here in the USA, because the kind of English that we learn in the schools of language is very, very, very different from the English that people talk in the daily life. So when I came here, people was talking to me, and I was like, "Oh, sorry, please, can you repeat? I didn't get it." And it was really hard because understand the accent of native speakers is very different from understand the vocabulary and the English interactions that we have in the English schools. And here where I'm living, um, we also have the different accent from black people. So black people speak different from the other people that have in here. And wow, it's so hard sometimes to understand the accent of black people because they have their own ace to speak some words, to speak some phrases. And nowadays it's being a little better to me because I'm already here for 2 months. But in the beginning, oh my gosh, was so hard.
And there is no way to jump this phase. You need to live it. Maybe you can find some tricks that will help you to short this phase, but you will just overcome it, living it, and learning how to deal with and to get some to put some more difficult on my face. I'm leading projects in an IT area that I'm not so familiar. I'm leading data projects, and
Oh, yeah.
now all my career I have led engineering projects, software engineering projects.
Oh, yeah.
So they use a vocabulary that is totally unfamiliar for me.
Exactly.
So I can't get their specific vocabulary. I can't get their own words. I'm fine. I'm missing the word in English for gíria, but I'm missing their gírias. So usually I got just 15 or 20% over the communications.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, I think we have no time for another question. I have shared the link to the survey on the chat, and I would be thankful to you if you take a minute to give me an honest feedback. And if you have suggestions of teams or how to organize and lead the immersions, please share with me. Hope you have had a great time as I had, and I wish you have a very good day.
For
Thank you
everyone
so